Hello and welcome to week 14 in sociology. I'm going to tell you, despite my color coordination, I'm still under the weather. So we'll see how tomorrow goes. I anticipate I'll be there, but still a little bit of a chest cold going on. I will post videos. I took the weekend off basically and tried to recover. Still working on that. So heading into week 14, we have the Chapter 18 quiz will be due at the end of this week. That was from last week that I missed, and I have to do a video on that. I'll get that done. We are going to be taking on Chapter 19, Health and Medicine, one of my favorite topics to talk about because I'm Canadian and we have a better health system than America does. And Chapter 20, we're going to be looking, this is on the second day, on Thursday, we're going to be looking at population, urbanization, and environment, and spending a little time talking about Chapter 20 assignment, which is actually one of my favorite assignments of all of my classes, where you go out and you find a space. I mean, there's not too many urban spaces in Maine, but you find a space in town, such as I live in Skowhegan, and there's a war memorial, a little park that exists right out by the Opera House, right by the town office. And it's a public space. It's a place for people to gather to celebrate the memorial itself, but it's also a pretty space. It's actually, they might move it, which is controversial here in Skowhegan, that particular one, because they're going to build another bridge. But either way, you find a space that's been created in your town, and you get the history on it, what it's for, what it means to the town, all of that stuff. This public space that's been created in a relatively urban area, and get its history. Because in the urbanization part of our last chapter, we're exploring green space and the use of space within congested population areas, urban environments, in order to create community. So whichever one you want to do, you can look at that, look around your town, travel to a place. It doesn't matter. That's the assignment. We'll talk about that on Thursday, but it's a really, really fun assignment. Now, the other thing that's happening this week is your service learning paper and your information literacy paper draft. If you have prepared a draft, it has to be in by the end of this week. I'm not doing, and what I do when I get a draft, it's a quick go over. I don't even really read it. I visualize it. And I go through and I'll point out things that need to get fixed, the title page, I'm not going, if it's not flowing well, I'll make some comments on that, the references or anything. If you're missing sections, I'll leave comments into that. It's a quick overview of the paper without a deep read of what you're writing. So this is an opportunity for you to get some of these things out. You can even ask, I've had people ask questions within the context, put it in red, right in there. I'm not sure what to do here, that's fine. I'll read through that, I'll answer, I'll put those comments right in the paper itself through the interface and send that feedback to you. So next week, when these papers are due, then we'll be all set. Now, I meant to go check before I did this video, but some of you submitted proposals that I did not give you 100 on, and you need to revise. I don't know if you've revised those. Make sure that you have, because you need 100 on that proposal quiz, and then you can put these papers together. Now, if you're doing an information literacy paper, that's fine. You can do an information literacy paper in a single day. If you spend the whole day doing it and you're conscientious without distraction, it's not such a mind-boggling project that it would take you days and days and days, although it's easier to write a paper when you spread that time out. So this is a crammable sort of project, but you need to get that proposal done. I need to okay it. You might have to get some articles. I mean, if you've been putting this off, you're paying the price now. That doesn't mean you're out of the game. It doesn't mean anything, but you are going to have to dedicate some time to this particular project. As soon as I'm done doing these videos, my first to-do list item is to go check those proposals to see if any of you have revised your ideas and made them more precise. So we'll be going from there. So that's just due this week. I'm very much expecting that I'm going to be in class tomorrow. I hope I wake up with a cough. I kind of clear things out, take the, the turkey baster and, no, I don't do that. But I'll try to be in class tomorrow and look forward to having this week of class with you. So I will see you tomorrow.